Hi, fellas. I'm not exposing any secrets if I tell you I'm getting on. I'm getting on in my years. I'm 60. I look considerably older than that because of uh, probably lifestyle, smoking for years, being in a very toxic relationship for 12 years. Turns out she's been, as I kind of suspected, she's been cheating all the way along. She's told everybody, the three kids, none of them are mine, which I'm not sure about Oliver, but the other two, I can believe they're not mine. That's how much of a slut she's really been. I'm deliberately not going to mention her name because I don't really want to involve in this, even though she caused it all. Yeah, during my course of multiple detentions, at least 10 times in one corner in Cheshire. Cheshire Police, witness police, did deliberately torture me by stopping me from having any of my medications. These are just some of them. There's one I'm actually waiting for. There's one I've been took off, and there's one that I'm waiting for. So isn't I won't give you too many hints and clues. If you want to Google some of these names, it'll clearly tell you what they're for. That's a painkiller. That's cocodamol. That's a painkiller for a back injury I had many years ago. And these two are for something else, which also had for at least 30 years. But Cheshire Police, uh, at the behest of one of their corrupt officers, lying officer, come away, um, who was in this constable who was in. She bragged. I've got Bradley's personal number on my phone. You know, she'd been given him. He'd been given a legal advice and telling him telling her how to entrap me and all that. And a few times she'd block the stairs and trying to get me to push her out of the way so she could claim some kind of violence or abuse or something, which was never any of. She did threaten to stab me with a 10-inch long blade way back in September. It's all logged on the PNC, but nothing's ever been done about it. I mean, there's not much evidence, but I'm sure if I was walking around the house threatening a 30-year-old woman with a 10-inch blade, made her so frightened she had to run out of the bloody house, I'm sure they'd still do something about it, wouldn't they, months down the line? But we didn't do anything about that. We didn't do anything about it fraudulently using my name to get car insurance. So I think she got 6 points. You know, you might guess when she's hanging around with drug addicts and criminals like her brother, but she's going to use fraud. She's used fraud to change the kids' surnames from mine to hers, which I won't mention, as I say. But this is how, if you want to set out to torture someone of 60 years of age and make him seriously ill and make him disabled and lead to certain health conditions, which the specialist in Ulster and Belfast, Victoria, said you shouldn't be having these till people don't have these till they're in their 80s, and you're having them at 60. And apparently it's got high morbidity, which you medical people, I'm sure there's plenty of you there, medical students and what have you, or doctors, have got high morbidity. In other words, it's going to keep happening and it's likely to kill me. That's what that means, as the name suggests, morbid. Something morbid isn't good, is it? Yeah, but if you want to really make a bloke 59 at the time, seriously ill, and ruin the remainder of his life, make it so he can't move on, make it so he can't find another woman, he can't find another family, even somebody else's kids. And I've always been a good father. I raised a kid on my own, a little girl, from 4 to it's about 12, 13, and something like that. And then I got with this younger woman, and she just used me as a stepping stone, basically. And of course, it's all you're not allowed to mention about toxic females, aren't you? You're allowed to mention about toxic males and attack the male species. You're not allowed to mention how so many women are toxic and controlling and evil and cheating and go having abortions under your nose month after month, which is what she did. But it's all toxic males, isn't it? They're all pillars of virtue, these women, aren't they? They're all beautiful, innocent little creatures, poor little victims, aren't they? Yeah. That's how they end up having bloody kids too, and conning some older blokes who will look after them for years like his own. So I don't want anything more to do with the kids, obviously. The whole of Britain first and the whole of the Merseyside and Cheshire are laughing at me, just as she wanted. But we shouldn't be surprised because A mum cheated on her dad with I think it was Steve Monroe, and at least one of his kids aren't his either. So she learned, the apple didn't fall far from the tree there, did it? Hey, she's also had kids to other men, but used me to look after them for 12 years. Sad, isn't it? Anyway, so I'm left disabled now, and I was looking after my disabled child for many years, taking her to school and all that. I'm not even capable of doing that now because I've been disabled by this condition, which some of you already know. You should see me with videos. But if you look at these tablets, it'll tell you what I'm suffering from. And it's not just one, it's lots of them. And with high morbidity. I'm not after sympathy or anything, it doesn't matter. It's just the fact, Cheshire Police and other police forces, I reckon they all do it. If they hear some evil bit of gossip about, oh, he's in for this, he's that, he's this, they take it upon themselves to deny you medication, refuse to phone your paramedics, and basically set you up for heart attacks, strokes, gangrene, the lot, by refusing your medical care, which is what they did to me at least 10 times in Cheshire.